So today was kind of a rough day. I of course woke up probably right around the time that my great uncle was passing. So that was sad. There's no making sense of life and death and when it happens. Some people go when they're old and some people go when they're young, and the people who are still alive make the best out of it that they can. What I ate today was on point. The problem is I didn't eat enough. I didn't have breakfast because I lost my appetite, and so I have a 600 calorie deficit. And when you don't give yourself enough calories, your body goes into a process of holding on to all of the calories you put in because it believes that it needs to hold on to things so that you survive. And that is one of my biggest drawbacks that I've had my whole weight loss journey, is that I have had a hard time eating 3 meals a day, let alone 4 or 5 smaller meals. So I'm gonna have to work diligently to get that taken care of. Beyond that, I've done this before, so I know that I can do it again. I want to take it further than I did last time. I want to lose the weight, keep it off. I want to potentially be heavier than I was by being more muscle. I just want to be a healthy person. I don't have, outside of my 200-pound weight loss goal, I don't have a goal beyond that of, I want to gain 30 pounds of muscle or something like that. I don't know how much. The last reading I took on my scale before its batteries died said that I was 1/4 muscle, so that's quite a bit of muscle that I'm already carrying around. So I just need to get it activated and be eating enough calories to activate my metabolism but not maintain my weight. And I need to start being physically active, which is hard with a back injury, but not impossible. So I'm going to be working on doing that in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be reestablishing our gym membership here in Dayton. And we will take it from there. And so this is the start of the journey. And I'm starting it very much the same way I started my journey with Herbalife, which I didn't jump straight into the exercise because it's kind of stupid at my size to try to do certain types of exercise, like a full regular setup, or a full regular sit-up and a full regular push-up right now would be a ridiculous amount of weight. And considering I haven't been working out because of my health, it wouldn't be as logical to expect that I could do more than maybe 1 or 2 of each. But working up to that and slowly taking off weight and slowly building muscle, I won't strain my body. Last time I started off trying to run, doing I think it was a 10K, or was it a 5K that Cody was doing? I injured myself trying to run and had to not run anyways. And so that was kind of funny. Ended up in the emergency room with what they thought was a Twisted Man bits. That's pretty funny. It was very unfortunate because I was told not to do that right away. So I'm not going to make that mistake again and start off doing that. But when I was doing cardiac rehab last year, I got up to an hour on the bike with no resistance. So if I do it building up to a certain point of time, then adding resistance, and then building up to that same period of time, and then adding resistance, that should build leg muscle and help with my lower back. It won't be as much stress on my joints. It will build the quads. It'll build the hips. Doing some controlled squats. We'll do some of that. Doing some leg raises and some controlled lunges and reverse lunges. And leg curls. And those sorts of things will start to build in the areas where I have the weakness, and I can actually get myself to the point where walking longer distances won't be as painful, and then I'll be able to add in walking as something I can do again for longer distances. I went from walking 1 3/4 miles, 2 directions to work every day, to having to take the bus as my heart failure started to set in. Couldn't figure out what it was that was happening that made it so I went from being able to walk that distance to where I was having a really hard time doing it. I thought it was allergies and asthma due to seasonal changes and cold setting in. And it wasn't. And so now I get very out of breath, partially because of my weight and partially because of the heart failure. And if I intend to live longer than 5 years, I'm gonna have to do some drastic things. And even with drastic things, it's not guaranteed to prolong my life much more than 7 years. God can work miracles, and so I believe in that. But the fact is that if my body follows natural order of events for somebody with the level of heart failure that I was at and the damage that's been done, I will eventually end up on the transplant list and will eventually end up dying. And so the exercise and weight loss is to prolong life and to maintain quality of life. I've made it past the year point, so the length of living is going to be extended, and my ejection fraction, which is how much blood your lower heart chamber pushes into your body when your heart pumps, is up much higher than what it was last year at this time. So that's a good thing. So I'm actually not quite to a year. This is April, so next month, at 1 month, I will be at a year. May 1st, I ended up in the emergency room with full-blown, full symptoms of heart failure. So, but I think 11 months is close enough to a year for me to say, okay, my 50% chance of dying in the first year is probably over. And now if I die in this month, I'll be really upset. So, so yeah, that's where things are. And I'll keep doing these video blogs and taking care of business, because this is all part of being accountable. So take care and talk to you later.